GenV, the spin-off show for The Boys, which has had no real implication on the show right now. Let's talk about why that is and why spin-off shows are really dangerous. For those that don't know, the show takes place completely away from the main storyline of The Boys. It's kind of its own thing, and it's about this college campus and the students that go there and kind of figuring out the corruption that goes on there and how Vought controls it, and it's all about creating soups that can go onto the 7. It's a pretty solid show. I would recommend it. I don't think it is nearly as good as The Boys, but there's certainly people out there that like it more. But in my eyes, I think it was not a good idea to have a spin-off show taking place at the same time and location as the main plot line. For those that have seen GenV, we all know that there's a lot of characters that should be vital in The Boys story. They're really powerful characters and could really help what they're doing. And, I mean, spoilers if you haven't seen the show, but at the end of season 2, the GenV characters essentially meet up with Starlight and join them, and we still haven't seen them yet, which is really weird. The main character of GenV's whole plot line is that she is the chosen one to defeat Homelander. She went through the same experiments he did and survived. If you don't know, her name's Marie, and she has blood controlling powers. Really cool character. Should be in the show more. Isn't in the show at all, but really cool character that honestly fits the vibe of the show and should be in it more. Then you have other characters that are really powerful too. You have someone with mind control powers, you have someone that has super strength, you have all these powerful characters that really should be helping out and are available to help out, but just aren't being used. So how does this tie back into spin-off shows often being a scary thing that maybe don't pan out? And the main reason is if you're doing one that takes place in the same location and time as the original show, you have to have so many people from that original show go over to watch the spin-off, which people didn't do in this situation. So now you have this weird problem where the people that have seen GenV want to see those characters in The Boys, but the people that haven't seen it would just have no clue who they are, and it'd be a weird throw-in for like the final season to have a bunch of characters that they haven't seen before. Like if you're someone that has only watched The Boys and not GenV, if 5 or 6 characters from a random show just came in out of nowhere on the last season, you'd be really confused. At the same time, as someone who has watched GenV, it's pretty clear that these characters should be included in the main story. As someone that has seen GenV, it is pretty clear that these characters should be included in the main story. They're all really powerful for the most part, and they could really help the objective going forward. So by not including them in the final season of The Boys, you have this disservice to fans of GenV where they're not getting the characters they like, as it was teased that they would be in there. Like, they're in the trailers. We're still going to see them. I'm sure this new episode we will see them at some point, but it's going to be how big is their role, and it doesn't seem that big. But if you're someone that hasn't seen GenV, which I think is a large proportion of the fan base, I know my friends that watch The Boys haven't seen GenV, and I can't really blame them. It's a lot of extra homework just for a spin-off show, so if they had put them in the final season, it just would have been a whole predicament for everyone involved. And this kind of ties back to what Marvel was struggling with. They were having so many spin-off shows, so many things going on all at once, that it became so much homework for the fans, and it turned into, we can't do this anymore. This isn't sustainable. We can't have all these characters from the TV shows coming into the movies and making the movies all complicated, making everyone do all this homework, so they stopped doing that. Obviously, there are a lot of spin-off shows that have worked. I just think it's a really risky move if you're doing it at the same time and location as the original show, as you give the expectation that the fans have to watch that new show. And all this kind of just sucks in my eyes, because if you're building out the perfect storyline for season 5, you have these characters in it, and they just have put themselves in this puzzle where it doesn't work. Now, I don't know how you fix it. I think maybe they could have done, obviously they want more money, that's just how it is. Maybe they could have done maybe like a movie, therefore it's not much more homework for the fans, but I just think it's a really tough situation. Luckily, the writers of the show have said that the characters from GenV will appear in other projects. Well, the only projects we know of are one taking place in the past, and then one called Vought Mexico, I think, The Boys Mexico maybe. So we'll probably see them in that one, I would assume. But with the show being canceled, you just have all these powerful characters, and honestly really cool characters that you have built up and given all this lore to, and all these cool powers to, and then they're just not going to get any spotlight, really. Like I said, we'll probably see them in this next episode, or episode 8, which is going to be odd to just throw in some more characters for the casual fans to see, and it's just going to be a little bit of a mess for them, I feel like. But I'm glad we do get to see them. I don't think it'll be a very massive job that they have to do. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know if you think spin-off shows are a very risky thing. Let me know how you're liking this final season of the show. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. We're a newer channel, so any help goes a long way, and you can get in on the ground floor of the channel, which who wouldn't want to be here on the ground floor. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I'll see you next time.